Hello everyone and welcome to the final Alpha League tournament of Series 1. I thought I should start probably with the league table just so you can see what the stakes are in this last tournament. So we'll start with the fighters' overall rank, and I think it's probably safe to say that those top four are, one of them is going to be the MVP, most valuable player of this tournament. So the ones we've got to look out for here is Olimer and Ganondorf. So Olimer's there on 13 and Ganondorf is on 10. Now the way the table has set out for this league, let me just have a double check. These two won't reach each other in the finals, so it would be done before then if they were to face each other, but who knows what could happen. As for the All-Stars, obviously we've got Olimar, who's guaranteed, Ganondorf's pretty much guaranteed, and then we've got Link, Villager and Robin trying to all hold out for their place to become an all-star and to become the leader of their respective team. Now who else is on the cusp? Oh, I've got lots of computers. Right, here we go. Kirby. All the ones that say Alpha League. Kirby, Little Mac, Dark Pit, and obviously Dark Pit still does have that Obsidian League potential. If he gets one more fight, he'll get +5 wins, which would obviously skyrocket him up the ranks. However, his first fight is not an Obsidian match. Now, he would have to win two fights, and so would Lucario. So if those two win 2 fights, they could face each other in an Obsidian match, and Dark Pit could get that Crystal League win. But that is obviously high hopes there for any Dark Pit fans. Palutena and Lucario, speaking of the devil, are just there. Now, obviously the B and C tier are pros, so you can only have 2 pros per team. So getting in those slots as well could end you up in a very strong team. So the ranks you want to look for, A, B and C. Now in No Man's Land, we've got DK, Shulk, Mario, Dr. Mario, Pokemon Trainer. In the E tier, Lucina, Corrin, Fox and Pikachu. F tier, Rosalina, Rob, Wii Fit Trainer, Lucas and Yoshi. And then of course on the other end of the scale of importance we have the relegation, in which we have Duck Hunt Duo, Wario, Mr. Game & Watch, Greninja, Young Link, Diddy Kong and Samus. All of those people are going to need some wins, and I can tell you now that the All-Star Magnet DK has drawn Samus. So Samus really is up against it there, of DK looking in form at the moment. So the robots could look like they're going to lose their default All-Star instantly. But yeah, exciting times. Now, as you can see at the side of the screen, I've listed all of the accolades that are like the big uns, as it were. So at the top you've got MVP, which, as stated before, is going to be one of the top fighters, which in the Alpha League looks like it could be Olimar or Ganondorf, depending on how this tournament goes. But that is overall. So until the Beta League next time, we'll be able to find out who the MVP looks like it's going to be. Underneath that you've got Spartan. Now Spartan would be the top fighter from the individual series, which obviously, as this is Series 1, it's just going to be whoever comes top. So again, probably Olimar, Sephiroth, King Dedede or Ganondorf. At the moment, Olimar is in charge. But, I say that, I don't script this clearly, but I say that, but how the rankings will work, where as Olimar and Sephiroth are on the same, because Sephiroth has more wins, he would officially be first. So technically, at the moment, Sephiroth is in the running to become an MVP and Spartan, but we'll see what happens. And then you've got Warrior. So looking at the Warrior League, just there. So you've got Spartan and Warrior next to it. Warrior's the most improved, so from where they started to where they finished. And as we can see there, Sephiroth, who's pretty much dominated through the whole thing, is on +58. Now, possibly, there is a potential that if Byleth was to win the next tournament in the Beta League, then perhaps Byleth could move up a few ranks and could catch up with Sephiroth, but it's between those two, with Sephiroth being the favourite. And then on that side, where is it? Up there, you'll see the top Alpha fighter and the top Beta fighter. So just like the Gamma and Delta League, whoever won those, at the moment, Olimar would be top Alpha and Sephiroth would be top Beta. Yeah, so that's that bit covered. So looking at the team rank, we've got the Vipers up there on 17 with a 5-point advantage. The Robots on 12, the Fuels on 11, and they're pretty much the only ones who are looking like they're going to win the tournament. Everyone else at the bottom, yeah, better luck next time. I've had enough of going on about them. It's too disheartening for this lonely Energy Source fan over here. But interestingly enough, we've got a few fights where a lot of the teams face each other. So, looking at a glance now, I can't really remember. The Dudes, the Fuels, the Tech, the Vipers, Limon. So I think it is quite a lot of people. I think bar the Robots and Dogs maybe, but we'll see when it comes to that. So they're all guaranteed to get a fighter through. The Crystal League, there's no point looking at it yet, to be honest. And the Ultimate Dream Team, nothing changed from before. The Wonder Boys are soaring up the top there, with Team Uberwell in second, Team Nuggets in third, and Life Gives You Lemons in fourth, Wah in 43rd, I think that's how you say that, not in 45, in fifth with 43 points. Unknown with 42, 1 point behind, and then Roy's Boys down at the bottom in seventh with 36 points. So we'll be keeping an eye on those fighters and seeing who wins. But I probably should tell you now that we are not going to interrupt the tournament with an archives section, because we're going to focus on it at the very end and obviously focusing on it now. So I'll keep you guys as up to scratch as I possibly can. But yeah, may the best fighter win. Let's get cracking. Go then, Alpha League number 8. It's all or nothing. It's built to this point. I'm stoked. I can't wait to see what happens. This is going to be awesome. So, there's the league table, which I'm not going to let you dwell on too much. We'll get to those rounds, but first up we have Lucario versus Villager. So, Villager at the moment is ranked 6th, whereas Lucario is ranked 19th. Dudes versus Source. And shockingly enough, these guys have fought before, and Lucario's won. So, I would say this is more important for, both characters. Lucario being 19th kind of needs this win to make sure he stays as a pro. Whereas Villager is only 6th in the All-Star rank. So, if he wants to be an All-Star, he's going to have to probably win this. So far, Villager is on fire, which is always good. Villager's obviously already won 2 tournaments as well. My boy from the Source made us a bit of a lot less of a joke team. I've got a Bomberman running around. It's against Villager. So I was worrying for a few seconds. Yeah, it's pretty even now. Lucario's done well to fight back. Like I said, Lucario did win this before. We've gone over a minute. Right, a party ball's open with lots of food, so that could help to bring some of the percentage down. The Villager's making the most of it. Whilst he had that Pokemon Bomber Snow, I think it's called, was there to protect him. And we hit the 30-second mark in our first fight. And the fight is over. And Lucario is the victor. Which, I don't know how happy I am with that. So Villager ends his series on 12-6. And Lucario is on 9-7. So Lucario moves to... I'll find out in a minute. He says. Right, Young Link for the Dogs versus Palutena for the Source. Another opportunity for the Source. Anyway, Lucario's moved to 16th, which would put him in the B tier at the moment. And villagers remain sick. How long that will stand, I don't know. Anyway, Young Link, 59. And Palutena, 18. So, Palutena, similar to Lucario, needs to win to try and stay as a pro. But Young Link, if he loses this, is most certainly probably going to get relegated. Now again, another little shock is that last time these guys fought, Young Link won. But not this time, as Young Link, who's in a lot of people's dream teams, has just taken a huge hit, meaning that when I put Young Link 2 to 8, that's pretty shoddy, my friend. Palutena 9 to 7. So Palutena is now in 16th, so she's taken Lucario's spot, and Lucario's moved to 17th. There's 2 players in 16th instantly. And as for Young Link, he's moved to 62nd. So there is no hope for him. He is gold. All those Dream Team hopes. Terrible. Anyway, Dark Pit for the Vipers versus Little Mac for the Fuels. So the Fuels and Vipers have been neck and neck this whole tournament. And what a fight this is. Dark Pit is ranked 14th and Little Mac is ranked 13th. Which means it's very close. So I've just said that these guys fought before. There's been a lot of rematches here. Dark Pit won. Now, it's like I said before. If Dark Pit wins 2 fights and Lucario wins 2, then it'll be an Obsidian fight. And Lucario's obviously already through. The stats are shouting for Dark Pit to win this, but anything can happen. Both of these fighters are pros at the moment, probably going to remain that way. Unless one can become an all-star, obviously. Which stuff is happening. So, Little Mac ends his tournament on 10 to 8. Putting him in 17th at the moment. Whereas Dark Pit, 11 for 7, moving him to 9th. So how far away is he from all-star? He is 1 fight away. And is in the driving seat now to obviously win the Obsidian League. Well, maybe. Have the chance to fight. So here's the first of a match of 2 teams of the same team. That's what I was meant to say. That's the Cockadoodle Dudes with Shulk and Wii Fit Trainer. Shulk is ranked in 26th and Wii Fit Trainer is ranked 43rd. So Wii Fit Trainer needs to probably win this to avoid relegation or could risk falling into that bracket. And Shulk was once a comfortable looking pro, but now is on the outskirts. So again, needs to win this fight. Every single fight so far has been really intense. So far we've got 3 pros through. Almost guaranteed. I don't want to say definitely guaranteed, especially as the Beta League fighters haven't fought yet. There's still so much to change. Right, Shulk's looking good here. Wii Fit Trainers on a couple of dream teams, which don't mean jack when Shulk wins instantly. So let's see where that leaves Wii Fit Trainer, who ends the season on 5 to 8. And Shulk, when I find him, is on 8 for 7. So, as for the tournament wise, Shulk is now 20th. And Wii Fit Trainer is now 46th. Yeah, 46th. So Wii Fit Trainer, I think, has dodged relegation just about. You know, shit happens. But here we are, a Fuels fight. Olimar and Yoshi, first time they've met, and what a time to win. We've got Olimar, who is the best, one of the best fighters in the game at the moment, versus Yoshi, who was the all-star of the Fuels. It's almost like passing the conch. He's passing the conch, allowing Olimar to speak. Can Yoshi show why he was the all-star? At the moment, it's not looking good, as Olimar picks up a Deoxys Pokemon to kill Yoshi, and does, obviously does. So, believe it or not guys, Olimar is through. Now, funnily enough, he's on 19 for 5, can I just add, making him a secure #1 fighter. Whereas Yoshi, who was in 48th, is on 3 for 8. So actually, Yoshi's in 57th, which means that he's probably going to get relegated. Like, most definitely going to get relegated. So, Olimar, ranked #1. No shock there. Next up, Diddy Kong, ranked 59th at the moment. And is in a crazy position, as he's probably going to get relegated if he can't beat Mario, who's ranked 30th. Either way, it's going to be a big ask, because they'll have to fight Olimar next, which is never fun. But Diddy Kong needs a break, you know. The Sauce and the Dogs, both quite far down. Mario is the all-star of one of our dream teams, Roy's Boys, which if you're this far into it, you know are sadly near the bottom. Sorry, Rob. Next time, mate, next time. Right, Mario picks up the assist trophy. It's already kind of in the driving seat for this fight. Oh, yeah. And that assist trophy made light work of Diddy Kong, who ends his series in a very sad state. So Mario, 7 for 7. He's gone from 30 to 26, so he's quite close to being a pro. Obviously, he is an all-star, but that was by default, so if he gets to pro, that would be pretty good. Whereas Diddy Kong, 2 to 8. Which means that our friend Diddy Kong, for the Sauce, is terribly out. He's now ranked 62nd. Wop, wop, wop. Anyway, swiftly moving on. Fox versus Rosalina. Both of these guys are in my dream team. Both of these guys fight for the Vipers. So, I'm not really fussed who wins. As for rank, they're both pretty close. Fox is 39th and Ros is 41st. So again, could a loss here push these guys down to relegation? If I scroll up, probably not. So -4 is the sort of top end of relegation, and these guys are both on -2, so they're safe. Fox is landing good attacks and then also landing in the sea, so Rosalina's fallen and Rosalina is out. So she ends her series 5 to 8 and is now 44th. And our boy Fox, 6 to 7, so he's almost out of minus figures if he can get one more fight. And it also moves him up to a 31st. Which puts him in the D tier, same as Mario. So next up, big fight, Ganondorf, who's looking to remain an all-star, which he probably will, but also could attempt for MVP if he can beat Pokemon Trainer, who's ranked 33rd at the moment. Vipers versus Tech. This is good for the Vipers, because obviously they just got Fox through, they've got Dark Pit through, and they're going to get Fight through here, so they're going to have lost one fight for control. So that's pretty intense. They are looking to win the top team. But Pokemon Trainer's fighting really well. Ganondorf hasn't really reached his usual potential. He's not making a big attack, but Pokemon Trainer's managing to get quite a few hits in there. Is Squirtle the best option to fight against Ganondorf? Yeah, doesn't. I'm saying that, but he is literally ponying it. And once again, Pokemon Trainer gets the grapple. Ganondorf is alive. And remember, he can take big damage, so it's not over until the game says so. There you go, already. Oh! Did you see what just happened?
You all did great.
Right, okay. Let me comprehend. So a lot of people have Pokemon Trainer in their dream team, which is obviously fantastic that he's just got through, considering that our top seeded team, the Wonder Boys, has Ganondorf, which means both from the same tier, so doesn't have Pokemon Trainer. Pokemon Trainer's on 7 for 7, moves up to 28th, potential pro, I don't know, and Ganondorf in the last tournament has fluffed it as he falls on 15 for 6. He's still 4th. Let's have a look. He's still 4th. He's on 9. So he can be overtaken. 4th is not set for Ganondorf. And I am in shock, to be honest with you. I did not think that was going to happen. So well done to Pokemon Trainer, who's moved up to 28th in the D tier. A couple of D tier fighters. And that's 2 of my dream team through in the next round. Fox versus Pokemon Trainer. I can play with that. So this is a do or die match here, and a Limon versus Limon, as Greninja is ranked 58 and Mr. Game & Watch is ranked 50th. So one of these is going to get relegated. So this is a real crucial time for someone to pull it out the bag. The Limon have already had a terrible tournament and now they're being made to battle royale against each other. Or Fortnite. Fortnite is out there. So far, Greninja is the one in the driving seat, considering how low ranked he is. That's a good attack there from Mr. Game & Watch. He's picked up a sword as well. But it doesn't matter as Mr. Game & Watch is dead. He is gone. Which means that Greninja gets a rare win, and what a time to do it. Mr. Game & Watch 3 for 8. He's in 58th, and that is almost game over. Whereas Greninja, out of nowhere, 3 for 7, moves to 49th, which is on the cusp of leaving relegation. So, as quick as that, this could all change. You go, Greninja. And it's still in relegation, even though it won. It's pretty rough. Lucas from the Dogs versus Dr. Mario from the Robots. So Dr. Mario is relatively safe and ranked 33rd at the moment, whereas Lucas is ranked 45th. So 48 is the number that you don't want to be. Or is it 49? Yeah, 49 is the number you don't want to be. So Greninja's almost out. And Lucas, after losing that, could risk everything. So Lucas on 4 for 8. And Dr. Mario is on 7 for 7, which puts him on neutral at the moment and in 28th. Now, how does that... So Lucas is in 50th right now, which means, yes, he's in relegation, but there's a lot to play for. We've got Beta League fighters as well, so he could maybe avoid it. We'll see, we'll see. Anyway, Dr. Mario's in Dream Teams. I think he's in When Life Gives You Lemons, possibly WoW, so that's great news for Dr. Mario. Next up, Robin, who is All-Star, but he's in 8th. So this is really crucial for Robin to not lose here. Dream Team favourite from Team Motherwell, the Wonder Boys. And faces Corin from the Robots, who's ranked 35th. So pretty safe, to be honest. I can't remember Corin doing that well, but probably had a tournament that saved the day. Oh, Corin's going to hit that. Oh, I thought Corin was going to hit that star and zoom off the stage, but just about dodged it. As Robin causes some serious damage. Corin's struggling to get an attack in there, but picks up a nice Coca-Cola. Other fizzy drinks are available. Robin's playing it cool now. Literally takes life from Corin there. Corin's in big trouble. This is a fight that you don't want to find yourself in against Robin, who's proven to be a very good fighter. He's done everything but finish Corin off, to be honest. There is a final smash, and it doesn't matter. Robin wins. Like I said, no real crazy shot there, to be honest.
The key to victory lies with
So Robin 13 for 7, moving up to 7th. So that could solidify the fact that Robin could be an all-star. As for Corin, 6 for 8. Down to 41st, which is a pretty average tournament to have, but oh well. Not getting relegated, you know, could be worse. Right, next up, an all-star fight between Link and Pikachu. Now, judging by the ranks at the moment, Link is 5th and could actually overtake Ganondorf if he gets a few wins. So, I think the pressure's on here more for Link than it is Pikachu. But, Dudes versus Source All-Star match. Maybe it's time for the Source to show who's boss and turn up. Which I like to see. So far so good for Pikachu, who by the way is ranked 39th, so should be relatively safe. And someone died, and it was Link. So Link loses and ends a tournament on 13 for 7, which again keeps him in 5th. He's got some good stats there. And Pikachu moves up to 34th. And a win for the Source, of course, which is absolutely huge news. As his face is Robin in the next round. Ugh. Anyway, DK versus Samus, the second All-Star fight here. With the All-Star Magnet, DK himself, versus the worst All-Star, Samus. Picked by Team Well, can I add. It's my poor brother, my brother's fiance. But who knows? Samus has got one win, as she's ranked in 60th at the moment. She's going to have to win the tournament here to survive. Even coming second wouldn't be enough, because you'd only get 3 wins. You get 4, well, you'd gain 3 wins. Which ain't enough. But DK's been fighting really well for the Le Mans. Oh yeah, Robot's got Dr. Mario through. Should mention these guys have fought before and DK did win, which isn't a surprise as Samus only won one fight. Samus has tried going for the final smash, but DK is making it quite protected. Ooh! DK could be dead here. DK lives. This was the wrong level for Samus to get a final smash, to be honest. But she is fighting well, and DK is struggling. Oh my god! I'm a bit speechless there. So DK like threw Samus into the fire and then jumped to get her, and as she blasted away, he just exploded. Which means that Samus gets a win. 2 for 7, which, as we've learned, having 2 is not enough. She's 57. She's doing crap. But if she continues to do well in the tournament, who knows? DK, 7 for 8. So DK misses the chance to be a pro and is now 34th. So, sorry DK. We all thought you was going to do a bit better there, to be honest. But Samus pulls in the win. It's still in the D2 tier, so Samus isn't even in the top half of relegation. Right, anyway, moving on. Tech versus Tech. Kirby, the All-Star, ranked in 13th, versus Lucina, ranked 35th. Now, I'm pretty sure these guys fought where they did fight before. It was in the first, back in the day, the first Alpha League tournament, and Lucina won. So can she replicate that against her All-Star? There's a lot of different teams through at the moment. Have the Le Mans got anyone through? Yes, Greninja. And I haven't had Roy fight yet, who actually finds himself in a crystal match versus Wario, but we'll get to that at the time. Right, big kick there from Kirby, who seems to be destroying at the moment. Obviously Kirby's in 13th, so the thought of All-Star is in Kirby's mind, who gets a massive hit against Lucina. Because of that, means that Kirby wins 11 for 7, which puts Kirby 9th. Wow, there's a lot of people in 9th space. Lucina 6 for 8, now 40th. Sorry Lucina, sucks to be you. But Kirby is in 9th. So that spot for All Stars, a few people, Dark Pit. Anyway, Rob versus Duck Hunt. They're both doing pretty bad. Both could do with a win. They're both in Roy's Boys. That sums up that story. Anyway, looking at that spot. So yeah, 9th and 10th, you've got Kirby and Dark Pit. So those two are both. I mean, they're 2 wins behind getting All Star, so they would probably have to win the tournament to actually become an All Star at this stage. As Byleth, who's 8 in the Beta League, with 6 points. So it's going to take some beating to catch up with that. Maybe the All Stars are already set. I don't know. We'll see after the Beta League, won't we? Anyway, yeah, we'll go back to this fight. So Rob is 39th, Duck Hunt's 47th. So Rob's actually not in relegation, but could end up in it if Duck Hunt wins. But obviously, for Duck Hunt, he needs to win this, or he's going to have to fight for promotion. And he tried to hit Rob there with the Super Scope, charged it up, missed, and Rob had the Warp Star. So Duck Hunt, unfortunately, is probably going to be relegated. And Rob gets through for the robots on 6 for 7 at the moment, and Duck Hunt with an absolute terrible 8 for 3, 58th. Duck Hunt is out and Rob is through. So Rob probably just saved himself, to be honest, from relegation. He's now 35th. Can't see that happening now. Anyway, this is the crystal match I was talking about. So we've got Roy versus Wario. Roy for the Le Mans and the Le Mans best fighter versus Wario from the Dogs, who is 48th, which is technically relegation. Also, this is a crucial match as Unknown, one of our dream teams, who's 6th, has Wario, and Roy's Boys, who are 7th, has Roy, obviously, because it's Roy's Boys. You know, Roy should be winning this, really. However, when it comes to the Citroen Crystal League, Wario has the most, with 2. So technically, Wario is the king of the Citroen League at the moment. What can Roy pull out here? And how's this going to affect all the Dream Team? We'll find out at the very end, because as I said at the start, we're not going to cut to anything. We're going to go all the way through. Hope that my video doesn't lose sound like it did in the olden days. I hope it carries on. Roy's getting stuffed a little bit here. That's a really great hit. Roy's dead! Roy's dead! So this could really cost Roy. So firstly, Wario, congratulations for getting another crystal fight there. Wario is on 4 for 7, which pushes him out of relegation. Roy is on 9 for 8. In the Crystal League, Wario gets his 3rd win against Roy. There he is. And Roy is now 20th, so he's probably still going to be a pro, which is really good.
Round 2.
But Wario may have just saved himself. Probably should win another fight if he wants to see next season. Now, good pro fight here with Palutena in 15th and Lucario in 16th. So this is the kind of match that's going to get him closer to being an all-star, but like I said before, it could be a bit far off. So we'll cross that bridge if we come to it. For now, I'm rooting for Palutena because obviously she's from the source. But Lucario, if he wins this, could face Dark Pit in an Obsidian Crystal match. Who knows? Let's just see. So far, Palutena well in control, can I just say. I'm sure that good kick there from Lucario. They're both playing right near the edge. And Lucario wins. Oh. Okay, that's awful for the source. Awful for the source. So, Palutena, let's do her first. 9 to 8. So she's in the plus. She's 19th, so she'll probably end up being a pro, which is really great. And Lucario's on 10 for 7, which puts him on 3. So he's 3 wins, so he could get it. He's in 14th at the moment. Don't forget, he was the pro champ, so he's proven his worth as a pro here. And also, of course, he's through to the next round, which if Dark Pit wins this, we're going to have an Obsidian match on our hands, and it's going to be like no other. It's going to kick off. However, the Vipers are good, but the dudes are doing well, so can Shulk pull a win out for the dudes? Shulk, who's ranked 18th, and Dark Pit, who's ranked 10th. Now obviously if I said different rankings earlier, they've all moved because everyone's moved, so in case you're wondering if I've got the numbers wrong. Ooh, I'm close at the bottom here. This is a bit tense. Dark Pit as well for Team Uberwell. This would be a huge, huge win if he faces Lucario and wins. That could really change who's going to win the tournament. And we've seen Bomberman again. It always happens with disc trophies. I can't help but feel sorry for you. How do I sum this up? I can't just, you know, put drama together. Drama just brings itself to the game. And what do you know? Dark Pit is through. And there's a lot to take in there. So let's do Shulk first. Let's clear that up. Shulk has ended 8-8. Very neutral. 26. So Shulk has missed out on All-Star at the moment. Which is not All-Star, on Pro. Sorry, I just looked at Shulk's picture. And if you look at Shulk there, he looks a bit like Paul Dano from the new Batman film. I can't quite sum that up. Anyway, Paul Dano is out and he has ended in 26th, misses out on being a pro. I said that, I know, but I'm excited. And Dark Pit, 12 for 7. He's in 9th, so he goes above Kirby and is 1 away from becoming an all-star. But, Dark Pit, after all the kind of things I was saying at the start, he could face Lucario, but we just don't know. Faces Lucario in the next fight for not only the pro pride, as they're both very good pros, but the pride of the Crystal League, Obsidian. Mind blown. Speaking of Obsidian fighters, here's Super Mario. You may have heard of him. He's in 25th. Fights for the Dogs. He's actually all-star for the Dogs. He faces the tiny titan. That is Oliver. And we all know what Oliver can pull out the bag. But obviously I'm running for Mario. Mario's and boys. They need this. I'm not looking at Ultimate Team until the end. It's too much to take in. Come on Mario, you've got the baseball bat. Do it. Fuck the baseball bat. Mario drops the baseball bat on Oliver's head and Oliver is out. Man, this is too much. I should have taken something before doing this. So, Oliver, 19 for 6. That's how Oliver ends this set of tournaments. Unless, obviously, well, I should mention this. Unless, this is quite important. So, despite the Grand Championship not affecting their overall ranking, it's just a knockout tournament, the Crystal Leagues are still in play. So let's say Olimar ended up fighting 5 people from his Crystal League, which I think is Ruby. He would get those +5, and that would add on to this series' overall ranking, which means that Olimar would have +5. However, that's probably not going to happen. So the results that you see by the end of the beta tournament aren't going to be the exact results until the Grand Championship's over, and then there'll be a final tournament table to show you. But anyway, swiftly moving on. Olimar is now on 13 overall, and so is Sephiroth. So all Sephiroth needs is 2 wins, or even 1 win. If he gets 1 win and loses, yeah, he'll still be above Olimar. So Sephiroth gets 1 win, and he's MVP. And that's ignoring King Dedede, who's only 2 behind Olimar. But anyway, Mario. What we saying, Mario? 8 for 7. He turns his game into the plus, and now he's ranked 18th. And gets a crucial win for the Dogs. Can I just add, to not come bottom. Oh, Olimar loses. That's crazy. Thought Olimar would get further, but there you go. Super Mario prevails, and that's going to help with his boys' Ultimate Dream Team. Moving on to other Dream Teams. both my fighters, Fox and Pokemon Trainer. So, who do I want to win here? I don't even know. Fox is ranked 32nd, and Pokemon Trainer is ranked 28th. So they're both very close. Fox, obviously the All-Star for the Vipers, and Pokemon Trainer for the Gun Tech. Remember the Tech were like such a beastly team? That sort of fell apart. So yeah, Pokemon Trainer's in 4 Dream Teams, by the way, and Fox is only in 2. But there's a hammer. Pokemon Trainer's picked it up, but Fox lives unless he keeps flying into it. Which he did 3 times. You deserve to die, Fox, for that. That sounded really hard, but I mean in a Smash game. Fox deserved to die. Let's clear that up, because Pokemon Trainer had the hammer and Fox jumped into it 3 times. Anyway, for Pokemon Trainer, 8-7. Putting Pokemon Trainer in 20th. We're talking pro position right there. Fox, 6 for 8. -2, ranked 39th. So, here's what it is. Nothing too exciting there. Great one for Pokemon Trainer, who fights Mario next, and they're both in the pro status, but could lose it if they lose. So, we'll just see what happens when that day comes. However, for now, we move on. So probably one of the lesser games. Well, Dr. Mario is in Dream Teams and is ranked 28, and Greninja is ranked 48. And Greninja has to win or will be relegated, most likely. Again, it's all maybes until the very end. Until that sheet is uploaded, it's all maybes. Okay? And this is the Le Mans last fighter of the Alpha League. And Greninja's been one of the worst for the Le Mans. I could turn it around here. The Le Mans and robots, I believe, don't fight that much. They don't fight that much. They fought 7 times. The robots have won 43, and they've just won another. As Greninja is now most certainly relegated. 3 and 8, putting Greninja in 58th. This is terrible. And Dr. Mario 8 for 7, which again puts Dr. Mario in pro position, as Dr. Mario's 19th. So big news there, but sad for the Le Mans, who have lost all their fighters and only have the Beta League left to try and pull something out the bag. But it's going to take a miracle to not come last for them now. Anyway, next up, Robin, potential All-Star, ranked in 7th versus Pikachu, ranked 32nd for the Source, and current All-Star of the Source. Definitely going to have that taken off of him, but I'm going to show what he's made of, hopefully, by beating Robin here and making my dream team life much better, as the people around me have Robin. Come on, Pikachu. Still surprised no one picked Pikachu's third dream team. Maybe you will next series. So far so good for Pikachu though. This is good. Managed to drop most of Robin's attacks. Except that one. Did he say most? He did say all of them. Great attack there from Robin. Robin has such beast attacks. But Pikachu's dodging here, and that's crucial. I don't know what happened there. Pikachu threw like an acorn at him. Pikachu's causing serious damage. Robin has to hold on for another minute, trying to avoid that black hole, but Pikachu is just throwing thunder in there. No, does not make the most of it. Come on, Pikachu. Do it for the Source. That's a big hit. Pikachu going for the final smash? No. Why would it? Okay, Robin has the final smash. It doesn't matter, Pikachu wins! Yay! That's excellent for the Source. And bias is really coming out now, as Pikachu is 7 for 7, ranked 28th. Could become a pro if he keeps winning. Robin, 13 for 8, has slipped to 8th And 8th place, he's on 5. So Dark Pit, and if Dark Pit wins, Robin is going to be pushed down. Simple as that. You don't need to be a genius to figure that one out. What am I looking for? That's what I'm looking for. Anyway, Pikachu's through and faces Dr. Mario in the next round. So, All-Star Bout 2 for Samus, as Samus faces Kirby, ranked 10th. Potential All-Star, once again. And Samus, potential relegation if she doesn't sort her life out. Samus is coming into fight already. Her moveset just seems so much better than usual. She's actually going for it. Making life difficult for Kirby. Both of these people are in are differentials in the Dream Team. No, someone else does have Samus. Can team move away on Wow Samus. Whereas Kirby, when life gives you lemons, good choice of fighter with Kirby. Samus is holding on here. Not many big hits within the first minute, but that could change. Okay, Kirby, it has changed. Kirby is dominating at the moment. Samus is looking at relegation in the face and saying, take me to the Gamma League. Samus ends on 2 for 8. That is a terrible all-star record. She's 60th. Whereas for Kirby, who clearly wants to be an all-star right now, 12 for 7 is 8th. So Kirby has moved above Robin. Robin's now a pro. Dark Pit is 10th. But Dark Pit winning this could be absolutely... Oh, it's not this fight. I thought it was this fight. It's not this fight. When it will be that fight, it's going to be absolutely huge. So Kirby is an all-star as we speak. This is the calm before the storm here. So, again, I say that, but this is Unknown versus Roy's Boys again with differentials. So this is... I said I wasn't going to look at Dream Team, but I'm going to. Oh, no. Roy's Boys are 7 behind Unknown. This is going to take an absolute miracle to not come last. Anyway, I've just seen something as well on the Dream Team, but if Dark Pit wins, there could be a change of winner. We're going to get to that after this fight. So, what's going on? Someone's going to die here, right? Wario's died. So, Wario was 45th, now he's on 4 for 8, which probably means Wario is not in relegation. Shush. Wario's 47th, so avoids relegation at the moment. Maybe some beta fighters will push him down, but at the moment Wario has avoided that. And then we have Rob, who's on 7 for 7, ranked 30th, and probably has avoided, well, definitely has avoided relegation, but could end up being a pro. Now, funnily enough, Rob goes through against Kirby, and that's actually an Obsidian match, which could mean we'll cross that bridge. We'll cross that bridge, because first we have another Obsidian match, and we all know what that is, as we enter the 3rd round.
Round 3.
Oh, I can't remember what Dark Pit was. Was he 10th or 9th? Oh, I don't know. Probably 9th. So I don't know what rank Dark Pit is 10th at the moment. I don't know what he was before. But he faces Lucario, who's ranked 14th. Both in the Obsidian League. Dudes versus Vipers. Let's go, is what I was going to say. If Dark Pit wins this, he gets +5 wins to his name. And I don't know what that's going to do for anyone, to be honest with you. I have no idea. That's a really good start for Dark Pit. This is crazy intense. He's not letting Lucario come near him. He wants this crystal match so much. He is destroying. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. Today's the day. Lucario can't do anything. Dark Pit is menacing. Dark Pit. We're literally inches away from the absolute unbelievable. Oh no. What's going to happen? There's a final smash there. If Lucario gets that, it could save him. He hasn't. Dark Pit's got it. Dark Pit has surely won this. Surely. Minute left. There is a bomb there. Could create some. Oh no. Going towards Lucario. Dark Pit, you. I mean, I know it's coming for the last minute, but.
Can't help but feel sorry for you.
I'm speechless. Where do I go from here? What do I say? Okay. Right, here we go. So Lucario is on 10 to 8. So he is 15th. He's going to be a pro. Well done, Lucario. That's great news. However, Dark Pit, who's on 13 for 7. Hush, hush. That's what he would be on, which has put him 7th. Okay? So, yeah, he's definitely 13. But he now gets +5 for winning the Obsidian League. Alright, I said I wasn't going to go over to the archives, but I feel like I have no choice at this moment in time. So let's go to the archives. All we're going to do is look at the Crystal League. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's go, let's go. Whew. Right, guys, emergency archive meeting. Here we are. Thank you for coming. I don't want to give too much away right now because a lot has changed. Okay, you think about what team Dark Pit fights for as well. This is mad. However, as you can see there, Dark Pit has moved up to 3rd. He was on 13 to 7. He was like in 7th or something, and then he got +5 for winning the Obsidian League. And there he is now in 3rd on 11. So if Dark Pit wins this tournament, he will be on the same points as Olimar, which could potentially, depending on their duck worth. Okay, Dark Pit was worth more, and he'll have more wins. Oh my god! So yeah, if Dark Pit actually wins this, he could be MVP out of nowhere. So again, I won't spoil everything until the end, but I am going to show you what's going to happen with the crystal matches right now. So we go over to the crystals, and as you can see, Dark Pit has 4. So I'm going to copy Lucario to there, which means that Dark Pit officially wins the Obsidian League. Which, firstly, means that, here's something I made earlier, Dark Pit is at the bottom of the league there and has moved into the Opal League as you move clockwise, which to you guys is that way, round the little crystal chart, which is at the top here. So there's the crystal chart. And as you can see, Obsidian moves into Opal. It's in alphabetical order. It's nothing too special. But yeah, so now it's official that Dark Pit has entered the Opal League. So now he can face off against Yoshi, Wii Fit Trainer, Ganondorf, Mr. Game & Watch in the Alpha League, which is really cool. But as for the Obsidian League, this is where things get crap. So as for Kirby, who's on 3 wins, and everyone else who's got a win, everyone else is about to go. So delete, 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 delete. Oh, Rosalina beat Rob, delete. And there you have it. The Obsidian League has officially been reset. I'm going to delete the words Dark Pit. Boom. And it means that he has officially disappeared from the world. He no longer exists. There's a lot of like exclamation marks there, but I'll sort that out at some point. But Dark Pit is out, everyone, of the Obsidian League. He's not out of anything else. He's actually doing extremely well everywhere else. But well done to Dark Pit. Well done to a specific dream team who picked Dark Pit. And that's going to be a game changer. So stick around to the end to see how the ranks have exploded, basically, because this is batshit crazy.
Dark Pit, congratulations!
Who saw that coming? That was crazy. So we're going to move on and try and get ourselves back in the game here because that was a bizarre 5 minutes. Anyway, we move on to Mario for the dogs, ranked 18th versus Pokemon Trainer for the tech, who's ranked 21st. So we've got a dream team matchup here between a lot of people who have Pokemon Trainer, including yours truly, versus Mario from Moy's Boys, a differential who seems to be making a difference. As for place, both of these fighters could be a pro if they win this. If they lose, they can risk losing that title. So there's a lot at stake here. Right, Pokemon Trainer has picked up their special and landed it on Mario, who, because of this level, and had a feeling this would happen, has not died from getting smashed off the screen, because the way the levels like ramped, they always hit the side. So if you see red, it may not be the end, especially if it's a far down attack. So Mario, who's against the ropes, has picked up a blue shell, which misses. I thought blue shells weren't meant to miss. I thought that was a thing. Pokemon Trainer wins. Okay, we got a game on our hand. So, Mario for the win. 9 for 7 for Mario. Oh, what am I chatting about? Chatting shit. No, sorry Mario, you're on 8 for 8, which is neutral. But it's put you in 28th, so unfortunately Mario, I'm speaking to Super Mario. If you're watching Mario, I'm sorry. You're in 28th now, my friend. Whereas Pokemon Trainer is 9 for 7, so is now 16th. Which is, at one point, wasn't looking very likely, but I'll take it. I'll take it, Pokemon Trainer. It's good. 16th, and is in the B tier. Only just, but still in the B tier. Anyway, Pikachu, show us what you're made of here, as we get an energy source fight versus the robots, Dr. Mario, who is ranked 19th, Pikachu's ranked 27th. I'm just praying. I don't pray, but I am praying right now that Pikachu can win this. Let's get another source fighter through. Like, it's been a lot of hype. Can't believe that. Eighth tournament of the Alpha League. 17 tournaments. No, not 17. Oh no, I can't add. 15 tournaments from Series 1. Crazy. Crazy. I'm joking. Anyway, it's not looking good for Pikachu here, as Dr. Mario grows the foot. But didn't make the most of it, as Pikachu clambers their way back. But then gets smashed. It's a good attack there for Pikachu. Come on, do something. Pikachu does something. He throws the drill at Dr. Mario, and because of that, Pikachu is rude. 8 for 7. Definitely not going to be in the minus figures now. And Pikachu is a pro in 19th. Dr. Mario, you are on neutral. 8 for 8. Is now 29th. That is brutal. These fighters who were so close to being a pro just have slipped really quickly. But good news for me. Pikachu gets through. That's a source fighter through. It's now ranked 19th. So it could be a pro. Now, Kirby versus Rob. This is a tech versus robots match. Kirby's ranked 9th at the moment. And Rob is ranked 30th, so Kirby needs this a lot more. They're Dream Team fighters. But it's also an Obsidian Crystal match, which is once an exciting thing. But now, there's not an Obsidian win, so this will be the first Obsidian win for the day to be in the lead for that tournament.
Let the games begin.
I've not even made a poster to say that he's won and he moves. I think he should. Anyway, Kirby wins, which isn't that much of a shock, to be honest. Kirby is definitely ranked better. Rob, 7 for 8, ranked 34th. You've had an average tournament, mate, but at least you didn't get relegated. Kirby is now ranked 7th, so that's going to do crazy stuff for all-star ranks, but we'll comprehend that later. Kirby ranked 7th for the tech. And now there's 2 tech fighters through, a Viper's fighter and a Source fighter. So plenty going on as we reach the semi-finals. Crystal match. Let's add Rob to Kirby. So Kirby has 1 win. That's crazy. Oh, I said it again. I'm sorry. I won't say it again. So next up is Pokemon Trainer versus Dark Pit, which Dark Pit needs this win to stand a chance of becoming MVP. And also for Team Uberwell, this would be huge. Whereas for Pokemon Trainer, that I have and others have, also huge. Who has it? I think it must be When Life Gives You Lemons, Team Nuggets, which is mine, Unknown, and WoW. Not Roy's Boys. Fuck's sake. Anyway, Vipers versus Tech. As we know from the start, the Vipers were winning. You do the maths, okay? You do the maths. Oh look, there's Arceus. I don't know what Arceus does in this game, but it is making Dark Pit's life difficult, nevertheless. And Dark Pit is doing this. A minute is gone. Anything can happen. Dark Pit's already had too much excitement. And heals himself a lot. As Ivysaur is like getting home. Does throw in a Bomber Snow. Another Bomber Snow. Easily dodgeable. Which Dark Pit has just known. Oh, till that attack anyway. Right, Pokemon Trainer's putting up a real good fight here. Dark Pit could be on the ropes. Dark Pit is on the ropes. So Pokemon Trainer, out of nowhere, is on 10 for 7, which puts Pokemon Trainer 14th. And Dark Pit loses. So Dark Pit's on 18 for 8, which has moved him to 4th. And above Ganondorf, which is crazy, by the way. However, Dark Pit's had a sensational tournament and isn't going to cry about not getting MVP. Despite having +5 wins, that shows how awesome some of the fighters have been here. But Pokemon Trainer goes through to the final, and there's no tech fighter that has won in the Alpha League yet. We've had 2 Saws, 2 Vipers, 2 Fuels, and a Cock-a-doodle-doo. So the tech could be an all-tech match if Kirby wins this in another all-star bout. There's been so many all-star battles in this tournament. This has been one for the books, right? So now we've got Pikachu ranked 19th for the Source all-star versus Kirby for the tech all-star. But Kirby's ranked 7th, Pikachu's ranked 19th, and Kirby wins. So I don't know if I got my point across there, but Pikachu 8 for 8, 26th. So Pikachu misses being a pro, ends up in the D tier, which is really sad. And Kirby continues to perform. Is now 6th. So I actually don't know what's going on in that top bracket at the moment, to be honest. We'll find out very soon. But as for this tournament, there is going to be a tech fighter in the final as Kirby and Pokemon Trainer meet. Excellent tournament. Good to see the gun tech through. These are both Dream Team fighters. When Life Gives You Lemons has Kirby, whereas a lot of people have Pokemon Trainer, as I keep saying. So a Kirby win here could be crucial. Let's just see. I think we deserve to sit back and just enjoy what's happened in this tournament. It's been an honour. Thanks for sticking with us. Hopefully this shows why it was worth it. Let's go Pokemon Trainer though. Like, so far so good. Kirby's getting pwned by an assist trophy. Literally, Kirby didn't get an attack in there. Squirtle ended up getting immortality, and that was probably one of the most easiest finals that we're ever going to see. And Pokemon Trainer takes the win. Where's Pokemon Trainer at? Putting him on 11 for 7. So ended in 11th, so not too bad. Well, it's very good. Still a pro. Kirby now on 14 for 8, which puts Kirby in 7th, so still an all-star. Don't worry, Kirby. And a nice silver medal. And there you have it. The Alpha League is finished. We have our winner, Pokemon Trainer. A lot of people's dream teams are celebrating at this point in time. Gets through in the last chance for automatic qualification for the Grand Championship. Kirby goes into the qualifiers and faces off against all the Beta League winners to get those last 8 places for the Grand Championship. Remember, there's 16 fighters in there. But yeah, Pokemon Trainer grabs that last spot. Like I said, out of nowhere, really. Wasn't even on the radar at the start of this tournament. There you go. So a lot's happened. So we've got a lot to unfold in the archives. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck. How good was that, right? Let's just go. Let's do it. Woo! Everything that we've learnt so far about this tournament is about to be thrown out the window as here come the big changes. There is Dark Pit in 4th there. Wasn't able to win the tournament, so ends the season on 18 for 8 on plus 10, but that's pretty good for the Vipers. He's going to be an all-star. Probably, well, definitely, he won't be a Viper anymore because Sephiroth can't fall any further than being on 12 points, which means he'll be the highest ranked Viper, which means he'll stay at the Vipers as the all-star. Well done, Sephiroth. And Dark Pit will go somewhere else. So, the Vipers, I hope you've enjoyed Dark Pit's performances, but he has gone. And so has Ganondorf, of course. But anyway, look at all the Alpha Fighters that are now in the top 8. Now, obviously the Beta League is still yet to happen, so we've still got that to look forward to, but great performances there. Link, not a great performance, but there he is. Kirby, done extremely well. Villager, slipping now, is in danger. The Sorcerer in danger of losing their all-star, with Byleth being a very good fighter and looking to progress even more so in the next Beta League. But Robin, Pokemon Trainer, our winner out of nowhere. There he is. Lucario, Little Mac, Palutena and Roy. These guys look like they could be pros, but until that Beta League, we just really honestly don't know. Pikachu, Mario, Shulk, Dr. Mario, DK, Rob, Fox and Lucina. Now these guys feel a bit safe, and are safe to be honest. I think -4 does seem to be the area of trouble. So Corin, safe. Rosalina, -3. Wii Fit Trainer, -3. Potentially safe. Wario and Lucas, not very safe. Yoshi, Duck Hunt, Greninja, Mr. Game & Watch, Samus, Young Link, and Diddy Kong. No fucking chance. Those guys are relegated. They will have to compete in the Gamma League to see if they can qualify back into the main league, but it's not gone well for them, really, has it? It's been a rough tournament. But yeah, those are the standing guys. Now, obviously, you did see that a little bit from before, so now we're going to go over to the team rank, and as you guessed it, and as you know it, and if you thought about it, Dark Pit is a Viper, which means that the Vipers are now on 22 points, and the Robots are on 13. So unless some crazy stuff happens in the next tournament, they have no hope in hell of catching at all. And the Vipers will win the top team, and when you look at that top team, it's pretty deserved. But yeah, the Robots on 13. The Fossil Fuels have gone down to 3rd. I know they were in 3rd, but they've gone even further into 3rd. which means that the robots could end up seeing themselves second, which compared to the Vipers, being second isn't a bad thing. The Tech there in fourth, the Dudes on -2, the Source on -9, still bad, the Shroom Dogs on -13, still bad, and the Limon on -17. That is setting the bar so low that may never be reached again. But that's how that stands. So it's going to take a miracle. Anyway, Crystal League, we know there's the Obsidian League with Kirby's win against Rob, very lonely by himself there. As we have Dark Pit joining the Opal League, which he won't get to fight any of those Alpha Fighters this time round. He did it a bit too late. He needs to work harder. And next season he could be in the Beta League, could be who knows where he's going. No, he's going to be in the Alpha League, but a lot of the other fighters could have moved location. So yeah, let's see how Dark Pit's new journey continues. Now, as for this is where, well, quickly before I go into that. So the league, the Spartan and Warrior is just like the same. So Olimar is still going to win Spartan at the moment, and the Warrior accolade is probably most likely down to the beta tournament. Well, it definitely is. Oh god, I'm too buzzed. I'm just chatting shit. So yeah, Olimar there is the best improved fighter on +29, but it's nowhere near Sephiroth. That was always going to happen. So we'll look forward to that in the beta league. So last up, the last exciting thing of the evening is the Ultimate Dream Team, which, by shock, and I can imagine Cal from the Wonder Boys, my cousin, I can imagine his face right now. He was running away with it, and now the Wonder Boys are in second. And to be honest, like, I'm only 7 points behind. I don't know what happened there, but Team Uberwell have taken the lead in the second to last tournament, thanks to Dark Pit for picking Dark Pit, which I know that's a special shout out to you, Rachel. You picked Dark Pit. What a pick that was on 18 wins. The best pick, and simply because of that crystal match. So Team Uberwell on 70, 3 points in the lead, followed by the Wonder Boys on 67. Team Nuggets in third on 60. When Life Gives You Lemons in 52, but catching them is Wat on 51. 2 points behind Wat, very close, Unknown on 49. And Roy's Boys, you've made it to 40. You should just be happy with that. That's good enough. I should say as well, I completely didn't even notice that Team Uberwell had Pokemon Trainer who won that tournament as well. So just an all-round fantastic tournament for you guys. And it's going to be close in that next tournament. It's going to be very, very close. So you'll be watching on the edge of your seat. But that's it for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for watching this. This has been electric. Absolutely incredible. I didn't think we could top one of the tournaments from before, but this has been that. So I look forward to seeing you next time to see what happens, to see who will take MVP, Spartan, Warrior, who will be the top whatever here and there, who knows. But what's going to happen? It's been crazy. So the Alpha League is signing off for Series 1. The top fighters we'll see you next year with a whole new roster of characters. And yeah, can't wait. See you then, guys. Take it easy.